Hello, spiritual travelers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mystic Owl. Today we have a Pickacard reading about what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. It's about what you need to know on your spiritual journey. We have 4 piles today. We have the lime opal, we have the amethyst, we have the harlequin jasper stone, and we have the hematite stone. So, as usual, use your intuition, look over the cards, pick a pile. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so whatever time that you come across this reading is the time that you're meant to receive this message from your spirit guides. You can follow me on Instagram at mystic_owl_318. And without further ado, let's move on to pile number 1. Welcome, pile number 1 with the lime green opal stone. Let's find out what messages your spirit guides are trying to get across to you. What do they want you to know today? Firstly, I'm just going to get an idea of the overall energy of the reading from this Ascension Oracle card by Diana Cooper. The Moon, number 11. The moon is the causal chakra of the universe and radiates divine feminine energies. Call on it to cleanse your aura and energize you. Remember, the influence of the celestial body is always there, whether you can see it or not. When you are offered this card, you are called on to practice the feminine qualities of love, wisdom, compassion, intuition, inclusiveness, discernment, and oneness. Your guidance is to go within and seek answers from the huge font of wisdom. The moon will bring you clarity, so that you can flow with the current of ascension. And your affirmation: I listen to my divine feminine wisdom. So instantly, pile 1. Ooh, I've just noticed you've got the number 11. As I just see 111 on the camera. That's amazing. So some synchronicities there. Pile 1 with 11, 111. I think you're very, very strongly connected to your spirit guides. That you receive a lot of messages and downloads from your spirit guides, I'm sensing. I also sense that you flow with the universe, and that you probably, your mood and your energy changes and shifts with the changing of the moon cycles. So my guess is that as you approach the full moon, that your energies are peaking, that you may have a lot of energy, excessive energy sometimes. To the point that you're feeling very anxious, so you're not really sure what to do. I'm just talking from experience here. And that as you head towards the new moon, you need a lot more rest and recuperation. You need to take some time out from people and really just sort of spend some time on your own to sort of recover and recoup, and to allow that new energy to come through and to regenerate and recuperate you. It does say here, call on the moon to cleanse your aura and energize you. So I am sensing that you are probably holding on to some energy that needs to be released, and that you need to protect your energy also. But I am sensing that you're very connected to your spirit guides, and that they probably communicate to you through a lot of synchronicities, as we had with the 111s. So on that note, let's find out what your guides are trying to tell you with your tarot cards. The first card you have here is the 10 of Buttons. Beautiful. Share the wealth, legacy, inheritance. It's always nice to hear. Lucky number 1. You have the King of Needles in reverse. It says here, weakness, cruelty, and manipulation. Interesting. So the King of Needles relates to the King of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which means potentially you are an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the final card that you have here is the Messenger card, which is a new card that it's an extension of the Major Arcana cards. But look at that. It says here, the messenger, spirit guides, protection, and divine signs. So, wow, okay. Yes, group one. I'm sensing that you are very, very strongly connected to your spirit guides. That you receive messages from them frequently, whether it be through numbers and synchronicities, through maybe messages that you hear in songs, through animals that come across your way during the day and you understand the meaning of them, maybe conversations that you hear, you pick up on certain words or phrases that you've heard not long before, or that you just know are a message that you were supposed to receive at that very moment in time. I am sensing that you're also a very kind, caring, and giving individual. So with the moon here, the moon card here, number 11, it does mention that you need to rely on your feminine side. I listen to my divine feminine wisdom. And with the 10 of Pentacles being a card of sharing wealth with the family, really, share the wealth, like it says here, that you actually provide for the people around you, that you rely on the messages that you receive from the universe in order to be able to provide and protect the people that you care for. However, I think that kind of makes you the pitfall of being easily manipulated by people, or people try to manipulate you because they know that you are such a caring and giving person that maybe you give away too much to people sometimes, that you allow people to really rely on your generosity to to give more than you should sometimes, or to play on the guilt side of things, so that you can sort of hand over a lot of your wealth or time or generosity to them, basically. I think you need to really rely on the protection of your spirit guides, and protect yourself, really, and start to realize that not everyone has your best interests at heart, even though you may be a kind and caring individual that has the best interests of others. It doesn't always come back to you that way. Pile one. It also does mention that you need to cleanse your aura and re-energize. I sense that that you're an individual that gives a lot of time to people, and a lot of your energy to people too, and that you actually need a lot of time on your own to revitalize and to recuperate after being around people for a while. That because you're so kind and giving, you need time to just allow your energies to sort of recuperate too, so that you can continue to give and provide the best side of yourself to people. I'm really sensing that your spirit guides are trying to tell you that there's someone or somebody around you that probably just doesn't have the best interests at heart, that you need to be a bit more wary of the time and the gifts that you're giving away to a certain person or a certain group of people. So just be mindful of that, pile one. But on the plus side, I am sensing that you are highly compassionate, probably very empathic, and really have a strong spiritual connection, and that you're a very spiritual being. So that's a very beautiful message. So let's move on to your oracle cards for some further insight. First card that we have here is Dog Spirit, number 19. Be loyal to what you love. It's an interesting message. We have here number 44. There's a synchronicity too with the numbers. Awareness, attention, reality, connection. So presence, being present. And the final card that you have is the Staff card, Foundations. So once again, pile one, with the card of presence and awareness and connection, I do sense that that's an indication from the spirit guides that communicating through me that you are highly connected to the spirit guides, that you do know that you are receiving messages from them and you can communicate pretty easily with them. I am sensing though that there is something that they're trying to let you know that maybe you aren't completely aware of, that you need to be open-minded and allow the messages to come through. So it might be time just to do some meditation, I think, to really connect to that feminine side of you and to really withdraw and to allow the wisdom to come through your intuition, to receive, be receptive like the feminine energy is, and to allow the messages from your spirit guides to come through. It does say here with the dog card too, dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. I really do have a sense that you try very hard to please everyone around you, and I mean that in a very kind way. That your intentions are very kind and giving. That you want everyone to be happy, and that you really feel that you have something to give and that can help everyone around you. But it's twofold, really. Not only is it impossible to really please everyone, you can't connect with and resolve everyone's problems and make everyone feel better. It's just impossible to do that. There's only so much you can give of yourself to some people, and some people you just are never meant to really relate to and connect with. But the second message I really think is that you need to protect your energy, because some people are trying to manipulate you and take advantage of you. And because you are a very, very giving person, it really, you can give too much too easily, I think. And some people prey on that, I sense. And also because you are so strongly connected to the moon, that you have a very strong feminine energy, that you are susceptible to really depleting your energy if you don't protect yourself. With the card of staff and foundations and the rain pouring, I think it's time for you to really cleanse your energy again. The rain is indicating to me that you need to sort of reconnect with nature, whatever means that it is that you sort of release negative energy from your aura. I think the universe and your spirit guides are trying to indicate to you that it's time for you to look after yourself, be loyal to yourself, and to cleanse your aura and to release the negative energy that you may have taken on from other people. I'm really sensing that this is a very empathic group, that you have a lot of compassion for others and really take on the energy from other people that you care for, maybe to your own detriment at times. There's a sense that it's time to reconnect with nature and to take some time out on your own, and whatever means it is, to actually allow yourself to cleanse your aura, and to take some time for yourself. It does say share the wealth, but I sense that maybe it's time for you to share the wealth with yourself also, pile one. If you constantly try to give to others, which is a really lovely thing to do, all it can do is just deplete your own energy, and it takes its toll on you, especially if you are very connected to the feminine side and to the cycles of the moon. You are susceptible to those ups and downs, those peaks and troughs, I suppose. So you need to really look after yourself and your own. So I think it's high time, basically, that you took some time to revitalize, maybe take a holiday, to have a hot bath, maybe have a salt bath, and reconnect with nature that way. Maybe go for a walk on the beach, or get out to a nice rainforest or something. A rainforest, I think, is a really good idea. But also with the card of foundations, I am sensing that it's time for you to set some strong foundations and boundaries in terms of how you will protect your energy from certain individuals that are preying on you and manipulating the sense that you're a very kind and caring individual. It does say here with the dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. So that also is really indicating to me that you really need to be a little bit more discerning in terms of who you give your energy away to. Really know the people that you choose to care for and to provide nurturing and kindness to, because some people just don't have your best interests at heart. I can see here, though, with the dog having this gem at the third eye, that you are highly connected to your guides. You're very protected. So I am sensing that you probably already know this anyway, and you know which people are deserving of your time and energy, and the people that aren't. But it still makes it hard. Like, if you are a very compassionate and empathic individual, it is still very hard to just cut the ties with those people and to move away from them. But yeah, I think it's time that you really protect your energy and actually allow yourself some time to recuperate. So on that note, pile one, we're just going to get some further messages from the universe. I've got here another tarot deck that I'm just going to get some further messages. Dear spirit guides and universe, please provide some further insight for pile number one. How can they further protect their energy? And actually use the cycles of the moon to their best advantage. You have the Hierophant in reverse. There you go. Wow, that's pretty amazing. You have the Moon card. That's phenomenal. I love it when that stuff happens during a reading. That's fucking amazing. Oops, mind the language. And you have the... You have the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. Right, so the Hierophant in reverse is a message of being disciplined, that maybe you aren't being as disciplined as you should be. The Hierophant is a very spiritual card that is highly connected, very ritualistic. I see that as kind of like the Pope, or like someone that's highly religious and just is very stern and stoic in their beliefs, basically. But when it's in reverse, maybe you just need to be a little bit more disciplined in how you approach your spirituality. I really am sensing that you could benefit a lot, pile one, from being more in tune with the moon cycles, actually. Not only are you highly spiritual, but with the Moon card coming out twice, I suspect that you are very, very psychic. You have some strong psychic abilities. So you've got here also number 44 and the card of presence, and also the gem at the third eye here. I'm sensing that you probably have some strong clairvoyant and claircognizant abilities, that you can sort of read people pretty quickly. And I did mention that you're potentially an empath. I'm sensing a really strong psychic group here, pile one, that you can really sort of gain a lot of insight by working with the moon cycles, knowing the energy, and being able to utilize the cycles of the moon to manifest and to I guess cleanse your aura and enhance your sort of psychic abilities, really. I do see here also the Three of Cups in reverse, which is a real indication that you need to sort of take some time away from spending time with a lot of other people, that you actually need a lot of time on your own. As with the two moon cards, you need some downtime, some darkness, some time to really reflect, and to contemplate life and be alone and to reflect on what's happened in your day-to-day activities. So I think it's high time, really, that you took some time to meditate and be on your own and to really become more attuned and aware of yourself, I guess. But yeah, the second message I'm getting from this reading is that you are very strongly connected to your guides and that you have some strong psychic abilities that you can really enhance by working with the moon cycles. I think this is an amazing reading, really. You need to protect your energy and just take some time for yourself. And trust in the and I think you do already, but trust in the divine messages that you're receiving from your guides. That's all I have for you, my psychic pole number 1. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'd love for you to leave a message down below about whether it did resonate. I'd like to know what kind of psychic abilities you have. That would be really interesting. On that, let's move on to pile number 2. Thanks. Bye. Welcome, pile 2 with the amethyst stone. Let's find out what your spirit guides are trying to let you know. First, we're going to start with an oracle card. This from the Ascension card deck, to find out what the overall energy of the reading is. Archangel Retreats, number 50. One of the most effective ways to accelerate your ascension is to visit Archangel Retreats during your sleep. It helps you to know where the retreat is, but it is not essential. During the day, think and talk about the Archangel whom you wish to visit. Breathe in his energy to prepare you for your journey. When you are ready, ask to be taken to his retreat. Your Archangel will unfold you and help you with whatever it is you most need. Your guidance is to receive for yourself and ask for the light to help you serve the world. Your affirmation: I visit Archangel Bleu in my sleep tonight. So pile 2, I'm sensing that you are in a period of rapid growth, or you are trying to really advance yourself on your spiritual journey, to get to that next level. There's maybe some knowledge that you're trying to comprehend. Potentially you're feeling a little bit blocked at the moment and you're wanting to just sort of, get on with your journey and get on to the next step, basically. But let's find out some further insight with your tarot cards. First card you have here is the 10 of Cups. Family bliss, harmony, and happiness. The next card you have is the Knight of Buttons. Responsibility, patience, accomplish. And your final card is the 7 of Cups in reverse. Illusions, fantasy, confusion, choices. All right, pile 2. Yes, I'm sensing that that you're really trying to push forward on your spiritual path. Maybe you've got some knowledge or insight that you're trying to comprehend, or you're a little confused what your next step is with the 7 of Cups here in reverse. There's a little bit of confusion as to what it is that you need to do next. And it seems like maybe you're in a bit of a rush, that you really want to accelerate your learning process and to move on to the next step. But I'm sensing, based on the cards with the Knight of Buttons here, that your journey, well, the way to move forward is to actually slow down. That the knowledge that you have or that you've gained needs some time to process. You need some time to process the knowledge or insight that you've gained recently, and to just be mindful, pile 2, the knowledge you seek, or the understanding that you seek, will come in its own time when you're ready to process it, or when the divine is ready for you to have that information. It's all in divine timing, right? That remember that it is a journey, basically. That you will always have something that you need to understand. There's always going to be a little bit of confusion. You can't always understand everything, and that pushing hard and really trying to accelerate your journey and your path is really just going to trip you up a little bit. Like, if you try too hard to control your spiritual journey and to really understand what's going on all the time, that you probably won't make sense of it, basically. I think you just need to take some time, really, to process the information and the insight that you've been given. I am sensing, Pile 2, that you're really sort of trying to get to this sort of completed level where you're in a state of just happiness and bliss, like, and that you are really trying to push too hard to get there, and it's really tripping you up. You're a little confused at the moment. But once again, just remember that, like, happiness is a choice, really. Happiness is a choice that we have. That it's not a destination. It's something that we have to choose every day. Like, you can really control your vibration by choosing to be in a happy state of mind, and by choosing to be positive and to project positivity to the world. That you don't have to sort of know everything on your journey, or know or understand everything. You don't need the clarity all the time. And that you are protected and guided too. On that, let's move on to your oracle cards, Pile 2, and see what further insight your spirit guides are trying to provide to you. So you have number 44, the Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power. That's an awesome card. You have here number 36, the Third Eye Chakra. Your final oracle card, you have here Fire and Passion. All right, Pile 2. With the Third Eye Chakra and the Amethyst stone here that you have, which is really the stone of sort of spiritual insight and guidance, I am sensing that you are quite connected to your spirit guides, that you are aware that they are communicating with you. I am sensing, though, that you are just a little confused about what it is that you need to do, or the information that you're receiving. But I really sense that your spirit guides are really trying to push you to follow your own passion and path in life. That you have a mission, I sense, or at least a task to undertake. And you're maybe not sure what the next step is, basically. And it's causing you a little bit of frustration, because things are moving a little bit too slowly for your liking. You kind of want to know what your final destination is, what it is that you're meant to achieve. But I am sensing from this message that you're not supposed to know really all of those steps. But if you follow your passion, whatever that may, it could be a creative task, or, like for me, tarot. It could be spending more time with your family and friends, and growing your family, and projecting harmony and peace to the people around you that you love. Whatever it is that you're passionate about is the way to really sort of get beyond whatever it is that's tripping you up and holding you back right now. I am sensing with you, Pile 2, that you feel like you're in a bit of a rush to really try and appease your spirit guides, and to be the master. And I completely understand that. Like, I understand how confusing it is sometimes to be connected to spirit guides, but not always to know what it is that they're trying to tell you, or what it is that you need to do. And for me personally, that does cause a little bit of anxiety, because I hate that confusion of not knowing sometimes what it is that they're trying to get across. But sometimes you just need to actually just take a break and chill out a little bit, actually, and allow it to come to you when you least expect it. I think it's when you sort of walk away from whatever task it is that's sort of causing you a bit of disharmony, that you find the answer, the clarity comes to you when you are least expecting it, basically. So I am sensing that you need to just sort of chill out and allow this to grow slowly, that the next step will come to you probably when you least expect it. And that I'm also sensing, with the card of passion and fire, you are very, very desperate to really sort of commit to this path and to achieve whatever goal it is that you have. But you're not quite sure what it is that you need to do. But with the card of passion, I think what you need to do really is to just bring some joy back into whatever activity or task that it is that you are undertaking. Remember, as I was saying earlier, that happiness is a choice, that you can choose to bring some sort of passion or joy back into your daily activities, basically. Maybe listen to music when you're at work, because that might raise your vibration. Just choose to sing along to the songs when you're driving to work. If you're you've got like a writer's block or something, if you are undertaking a creative passion, say writing or producing some art, but you've got some sort of creative block, then maybe find a way to reignite that passion potentially, either by taking some time out for yourself or just to bring some fun back into it. It does say here on the Panther Spirit, so to reclaim your power. I am sensing that you've probably lost a little bit of conviction and motivation, pile 2, and that you're really desperate to get back on the path, and that you want that motivation to come back. But the message that I'm receiving is to really just to take some time to re-find your passion, work out whatever it is that actually brings you joy in life. The final thing that I'm seeing here, pile 2, with the third eye chakra, you've got also the Panther Spirit with the little gem at the third eye too. And the card of the 7 of Cups in reverse, that you are quite connected, but I think maybe you're just you're just a little confused right now about what it is that your spirit guides are trying to communicate to you. I really sense that it's just about trying to bring some joy back to your life and to just take some time out and not rush or try to force the situation. Because the 7 of Cups in reverse, it does say here fantasy and confusion, but I really sense that that's the case of you having... You've got that real dreamer mentality about you, where you you've got a lot of decisions to make, or a lot of choices, I should say, at your disposal, and you're just not really sure what it is or which one is the best opportunity, basically. And so maybe that's causing you a little bit of anxiety too, or just some confusion and frustration. But if you just try to remember whatever it is that keeps you going and keeps you ignited in life, and trust in your spirit guides to really show you the path, that you will eventually make the right decision, and that you will get over this hurdle or this block that's sort of holding you back at the moment. On that, pile 2, I have another tarot deck here that I'm hoping to receive some further information from your spirit guides about what it is that you need to do to overcome this block, or this creative block that you have right now. Dear universe and spirit guides, please provide some further insight for pile number 2. What do they need to do to move forward? Okay, your first card is the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And you have the Queen of Cups too. Just going to get one more card for you. Your final card is the Ace of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of Cups energy here. So, wow, there's a lot of sort of emotional, intuitive energy that I'm getting here from this reading, pile 2. So you've got the Queen of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. So I see that you're a very, very emotional, compassionate and empathic being. And that you really, really are trying to overcome this this emotional barrier, or this anxiety that you're having at the moment. The Ace of Cups being the card of I guess inspiration, or a new sort of love, a new passion, really, and the Queen of Cups being the strong, emotionally balanced individual that knows how to make the right decisions, both between her head and her heart. She knows what information is the most useful. You need to get back into that state where you actually trust your own intuition, I sense. You've lost a little bit of faith, I suppose, potentially with your intuition and with your spirit guides. And I think that happens to all of us on a spiritual journey, where you go through ups and downs. And you're really desperate to try and reconnect with your spirit guides, and to sort of accelerate your journey and your path. But I'm sensing the best thing for you to do is to just sort of rely on your own passion, bring back a sense of joy, and trust in your guides that they will assist you to bring that back with you to you, to fill your cup again, so that you can actually start back on your journey and start being that compassionate and caring, kind individual that you are. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I am sensing, though, that this hardship is actually almost over, that you're coming to a point where whatever it is that you've been through is almost ending. You also have another 5 here with the Angel Retreat too. So there's 2 5s, which is the number of change and transformation, really, or moving past a sort of a blockage, really. So I sense that if you attack this issue just with some compassion and joy, and just remember to be passionate about whatever it is that you're doing, and bring some joy back into your life, and trust in the messages that you're receiving from your spirit guides, that you'll be back to your normal self, and sharing the love and kindness that you do to everyone around you. I hope that resonated with you, pile 2. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to get a comment from you about whatever it is that you've been through that may have just made you feel a little bit blocked or stagnant in a way. But just trust that you will get through it. Have a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile number 3. Welcome, pile 3, with the beautiful Harlequin Jasper from Australia. You can see that. Let's find out what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. First card we'll start with is an oracle, an Ascension Oracle card, which will give us the overall energy of the reading. Archangel Metatron's Retreat. Interesting. Part number 2 had a very similar start. Number 28. Archangel Metatron's Retreat is above the Temple of Luxor, Egypt, where he holds the Ascension energy for the world. He maintains this energy by bringing forward spiritual discipline. He suggests you commit to a spiritual practice if you do not already have one. Luxor is the spiritual throat chakra of Earth. As it ascends, people will communicate higher wisdom and link telepathically with all of life's forms. You are asked to send love and wisdom to all sentient beings. This card invites you to visit Metatron's Retreat in your sleep to accelerate your spiritual growth. Your affirmation: I am visiting Metatron's Retreat in my sleep tonight. Okay, interesting. Pile 3, it sounds like you a gifted individual. You're very connected to nature and to others, basically. Once again, I think that, like pile number one, actually, I think you're a compassionate and empathic individual. Sounds as if you have a mission to do. It says here, you are asked to send love and wisdom to all sentient beings. So I think whatever it is that you have to do in life, it's really about connecting and sending love in whatever activities that you undertake, basically. On that, let's get some further insight from your tarot cards. First card we have here is the Seven of Buttons, which is the Seven of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot deck. Perseverance, discipline, and rewards. Lovely. We have the Four of Needles. Relaxation, meditation, and recuperation. Nice. And your final card is the Fool card. That's lovely. The New Beginnings, a free spirit, spontaneity. Okay, right, there you go. So the Fool card. It says there, spontaneity and free spirit. I'm sensing that that you a big part of your mission in life anyway. I sense that you have a mission in life, and it's to bring joy and love to the world. But a big part of your mission is to actually bring just a level of fun to your day-to-day activities, to make each task that you have in your daily routine enjoyable somehow, and to make sure that you don't get burnt out by just mundane activities, basically. To really jump into your tasks and to not let your head get in the way and to hold you back, but to just sort of embrace the challenges that come to you, and to learn and to live and to love, basically, and share that love with the world, but by just enjoying each moment in life, I think. I am sensing, pile 3, that that with the Seven of Buttons here, that maybe in the past you have struggled with just allowing the moment to happen sometimes, that maybe you do get in your head a little bit, or that you've just struggled to continue on your path. You haven't seen the rewards of your hard work, basically, and that starts to hold you back, and you start to doubt and second guess, basically. But I am sensing that you're a pile that is really really protected by your guides, with the umbrella in the Four of Needles. I sense that your guides are really sort of watching over you and protecting you, and that the best way for you to connect with your guides and to actually to download the information and the wisdom that they're trying to provide to you is to really meditate and to take time out too. So the Four of Needles, which is the Four of Swords in the Standard Tarot deck, is the card of meditation, time out and recuperation, basically. Also with the card with the Four of Needles and the card of Seven of Buttons, there's a really sort of slow energy here, of having to really just take things very slowly and to not expect too much from yourself, I'm sensing. It's interesting because this card, the Angel Metatron Retreats card, indicates that you really want to accelerate your spiritual growth. And I completely resonate with that. I think we all want to be the best versions of ourselves all the time, right? And to really get to that point where we are so connected to our guides and we can just understand whatever it is that they want us to know. But like pile 2 also, so if you were deliberating, you might want to go back and have a look at pile 2. It's a similar message from what I can tell. Like pile 2, your path is to really take things slowly and to not sort of overthink or to push forward too much, but to just trust and believe that things will happen and work out for the best if you just allow the energy to come to you. To not sort of push too hard and to end up in burnout or exhaustion, basically, but to just to really connect to your spirit guides through meditation, and to try and be mindful to enjoy each moment in life, so that you can bring that joy to other people too. And that's how you can actually that you can actually send your love and wisdom to others, by just being in the moment and sharing that joy and love for life in each moment, basically. Let's move on to your oracle cards for some further insight from your spirit guides. We have here number 18, Dear Spirit. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. That's lovely. Okay, awesome. That's a lovely connection, or synchronicity, really. Connection. Number 26, universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. Okay, so before I move on to the last card, I'm already sensing that you are a very empathetic, empathic individual, that you really feel emotions quite deeply, and that you really want to try and be able to help the world, to raise the vibration of the world, and to, I guess, heal the world is what you feel that your mission is. And I sense that is your mission, but if you push too hard, you're not going to get anywhere, basically. That your path is to just try to bring love to the people around you, and allow your being, your true nature, which is love, basically, to do that for you. You don't really have to do anything too amazing, I think, Pile 3, because you already resonate at a very high level, and you really sort of operate from your heart chakra, I sense. So you have a lot of green here, and you have the card of connection and love. I sense that you have a very strong heart chakra, and that you really sort of can sense other people's emotions and try really hard to bring out the best in people. With the card of Dear Spirit and bring a gentle touch, I am sensing that means that you just need to slow down a little bit and not push so hard, to just be gentle with yourself and your mission. But also I do sense that it means that you actually do have a really gentle and soft side to you. That card is actually saying, allow that gentle nature of you that is within you to really sort of resonate and to be projected to the world, because people can sense from you when they're around you how kind, compassionate, and loving you are. I am really sensing a group here that just has a mission of spreading the wisdom of love and universal wisdom to the world, the rest of the world, basically. Your final oracle card is the card of crystals and amplification. So, two messages from that also. One, maybe you should work with crystals. And I sense that you probably already do. Keep it up. I'm guessing that you really connect quite well with crystals, and that they allow you to get some clarity on the downloads that you're getting from your spirit guides in the universe, but also it helps you sort of cleanse your aura and revitalizes you too. The second message I'm getting is that you're quite connected to Mother Gaia. I think to Earth. I think that you have a strong connection to this earthly realm. That potentially you are an earth angel, or that you connect with the fairies. Each to their own, really. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. You have the card of connection, Dear Spirit, and crystals. That you have a really strong connection with this earthly realm, and that you probably gain a lot of you probably gain a lot of strength from connecting to nature. So for you, in order to gain some clarity and to really feel at peace, you need some time alone in nature, whether it be at the beach or in the woods, maybe by a lake, going for a swim at the ocean, or even in a pool or something like that. Spending time with your pets, or getting out to see some animals around you. That you actually gain a lot of wisdom and insight from just spending time in nature, basically. And that would also help with relaxation too. So maybe meditating in nature is the way for you to actually also project that love and compassion to the people around you. It will help you sort of regenerate so that you can then go on and give more to people. But pile 3, I've got another tarot deck here. I'm going to get some further insight and wisdom from the universe and your spirit guides about what else they want you to know. Dear universe and spirit guides, what further wisdom do you have for pile number 3? There's one card already. Nope. So over here, the Chariot. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And your final card is the Fool card in reverse. That's awesome. That's amazing. That also happened in pile 1, where the same card came out twice. Okay. Right. I am sensing pile 3 that you're feeling a little bit stuck, actually. So I think, like pile 2, it is a very similar message that you really want to sort of push forward and accelerate your spiritual growth, and to really like be the best version of yourself right now. But you need to like slow down, even though you have the Chariot card here, which is really the card of swift movement. I'm sensing that you're actually a little bit stagnant and that you're pushing too much, basically. And that maybe you're forgetting to just enjoy the finer moments in life. You're a little bit sort of, I don't want to say desperate or anxious, but you're just feeling a little bit miffed about what it is that you need to do. And it's causing you to really stress a bit about your path. That that you're sort of stuck and not quite willing to take that next step because you're not entirely sure what it is that you need to do. And because of it, you've been a little bit, maybe a little bit cold. I sense that potentially you may have been a little bit harsh or moody. Moody's probably the word I'm after. A little bit moody with your spirit guides, or just in general, your energy has been a bit low because you've been trying too hard to push forward, but not really knowing what it is to do, basically. And I completely understand that, because with when you're connecting with your spirit guides, sometimes the information isn't always so clear, right? It's like sort of breadcrumbs or puzzle pieces that you need to put together and try to make sense of. But really the way to do that is to just chill out a little bit, to stop pushing so hard, and stop being so hard on yourself too. I'm sensing that you're just a little bit hard on yourself at the moment, because you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere, that you're not taking the right steps or whatever. But you're a very, very compassionate and loving individual. You have a lot of love to give, so maybe try give some of that love to yourself. Maybe take some time out to relax and connect with nature again. So there's a lot of nature and green in these cards that I'm seeing. especially also with the crystal cards too. So connecting with nature is a way for you to really revitalize your energy and to find your path again. I think when you stop pushing so hard and stop being in your head, that you will allow the information to come in and it will just suddenly be all clear. You know, when you take some time out and you change up whatever it is that you're doing and you leave that project behind that's causing you a bit of stress, all of a sudden, a day or two later, you're just like, oh, right, that's what it is that I need to do. I get it now. Okay, it all makes sense. I think for you, pile 3, right now, you're kind of stuck a little bit because you're trying so hard to move forward. And that's a commendable trait, really. But if you just chill out a little bit, it'll be all clear as to what it is you need to do. So I think that's what your spirit guides are really trying to tell you. So on that note, final advice is just maybe meditate over Archangel Metatron. Ask for some advice from Metatron on how to move forward, and maybe try and meditate with some crystals to try and clear your aura. And of course, finally, get back out into nature and just try and have some fun and relax for a little bit, really. I hope that resonated with you, pile 3. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's move on to pile number 4. Welcome, pile 4, with the magnetite crystal. You can see that. Anyway, let's find out what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. First off, we're going to start with the Ascension Oracle card, so you get the overall energy of the message. You have number 8, which is a lucky number for some. Huna prayer. The High Priest Hermes, I think it's Hermes, I don't know, took his tribe from Atlantis to Hawaii, where he established the Kahuna tribe and taught the tribe the Huna prayer, which goes as follows. First, address your prayer to an angel or master of your choice. State your request 3 times in positive terms. Then sit with your palms up and say, "May the rain of blessings fall, so be it." Repeat this for 30 days and stop. Watch for signs from the universe and take action at any time it feels right. Your guidance is to start a Huna prayer for some aspects of your life, or continue if you are already engaged in one. Your affirmation is your Huna prayer. Okay, so there's some instant advice for you, pile 4. You're trying to manifest something in your life, or potentially you're asking for some clarity on a certain situation. I don't know, but it is indicating that the best way for you to do it is to meditate on a certain angel or ascended master and to ask for the blessings to fall. So let's get some clarity on your situation and find out what advice your spirit guides are providing you. First card that you have is the 5 of Matches. Conflict, rivalry, competition. Your next card, the Hermit. Interesting. Soul searching, self-discovery, alone time. And your final card, oh, nice, Judgment, with a beautiful butterfly. Rebirth, calling, awakening. Okay, pile 4. You're on a you're having a spiritual awakening, or at least you're sort of going through a vital phase of your awakening. You have 2 major arcana cards here, so this is a major energy that you're going through. And I am sensing with the 5 of Matches and the card of conflict that it's causing you a bit of internal conflict, potentially. So potentially you're trying to manifest something in your life, and it's just not working out for you. And you've been sort of doing a lot of soul searching, projecting affirmations, praying, asking your spirit guides for advice, but it's just sort of not happening or manifesting as fast as you would like it to. But I am really sensing that you're just a little bit stuck at the moment, or that you're going through a bit of a tough time, and you're not sure what it is that you're supposed to do, and that you're sort of vacillating in your mind, basically, about what it is that you are supposed to do. So with the card of conflict, I sense that that's internal conflict, really, about your next step. I am sensing that you are spending a lot of time on your own to try and work this out. You're on a journey of self-discovery, basically. But at this point, it still isn't clear so much about your next step. But I have a feeling that it's really about a bigger calling. Basically, it's not just about what it is that your next step is, or how to overcome this feeling of confusion or disharmony, really. That this is a major turning point or step in your spiritual journey. It's about really connecting with your true calling in life, and how you can serve the universe, basically, which is a really amazing thing. And it's not something that should be taken lightly, and it's not something that will instantly be clear. This is something that will take some time and be slowly revealed to you. You need time to really process all of the information and all of the events that are occurring in your life, and put it all together, so that, I mean, if it was all dumped on you at once and you had all of this information all at once, it would just be overwhelming. So I think you need to be a little bit more patient with yourself and kind to yourself, and just try not to force it so much, and just know that in time, with a little bit of patience and some soul searching, some time alone, that you will understand what it is that you're supposed to be doing. That your true calling will be revealed to you in time. On that, let's get some clarity on the situation with your oracle cards. Oh, I love synchronicities and readings. It's amazing. So powerful. You have number 35 with the koala spirit, which is beautiful to start with. Spirit has a plan. Okay, yes. So you're really being called to do something right now. And I'm sensing that maybe you're not sure what that is at this point in time. But just trust in your spirit guides that they have your best interests at heart, and that they are guiding you with the information that you are receiving. I am sensing that you are probably quite connected at the moment, Paul, and that you're receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities from the universe, and that you are trying to process them by taking some time out with the Hermit card here. Really working on yourself, meditating, doing a lot of internal reflection and contemplation, and trying to find out who you are and what your path in life is, which is beautiful, and I commend you for that. Good on you. But just trust and believe that the universe and your spirit guides are guiding you, and that they have, your plan will be revealed to you in time. Your next card is number 35. Wow, awesome. They're both number 35. There's another synchronicity for you. Creativity, imagination, expression, originality, and passion. I've also just realized that the number 35 reduces to 8. So you have 3 8s here. Pile 4. And I guess the Chinese mythology or astrology, 8 is a very lucky number. It also resembles the infinity sign. So you've got 3 8s which really indicates to me that you are strongly guided by your spirit guides, that you're being protected, and that you are really being pushed to do something quite big in this life. And I suspect that that's about being creative, that it's about following a creative path, and allowing your passion and true joy to come out. And through that, you will inspire others to follow their passion and to, follow their spiritual path also. I think you're really being called to follow your passion, Pile 4. That your calling is really in a creative facet, to do whatever it is that you love, and that you need to trust the universe that if you choose to do that, which I suspect is your best path, then the universe will provide for you, that things will start to open up a little bit more, and that you will be protected and guided. Your final card here is Buried in Earth, Transference. So instantly, with this card, I am seeing some strong protection. So this man is buried under the earth. So he's protected by the earth, really, and Mother Gaia. I'm also seeing this ring around him, which is an indication to me that you're in a bubble, really. And I mean that in a positive sense, that you are protected, like a protective bubble, that your guides are surrounding you with some positive energy, that you are protected on your journey. This card is really all about your ancestors, the knowledge of your ancestors being transferred to you. If you choose to really try and tap into that history, basically. I really sense that you are quite a very sort of intuitive group too, Pile 4. You have a lot of fortune, and if you choose to trust in the messages that you are being downloaded by your spirit guides, that you are a very lucky and fortuitous group, and that spirit has your back. So I sense, Pile 4, you've been in a state of a little bit of internal conflict and confusion about whether you should actually take the steps to follow your creativity and your passion. But it's your calling. And just know that your guides really are really trying to stress that this is what you should be doing, that you will be lucky and protected if you do it. So whether your passion be singing or dancing or art, writing, tarot, astrology, divination, or even just things like being creative in your day-to-day activities, finding a way to bring joy into, working on that spreadsheet at work, or hosting a meeting. If you are creative and bring that creativity to each and every activity in your day-to-day work, then it will bring ultimate success for you. Because I see a lot of success in this reading too. I sense that right now you're just sort of in a bit of a transitional phase, really. You're just trying to make sense of the information and I guess gaining confidence in your own abilities and the information that you're receiving from the universe. But I think once you process that, things are really going to open up for you if you choose to follow the path of creativity, because that is your calling. I have another tarot deck here. I'm just going to get some further insight and wisdom from the universe and your spirit guides about what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Maybe get some clarity on your creative path or your next step, basically. Dear universe, spirit guides, please provide some further insight for pile number 4. There's 1, 2, 3. That'll do. So we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. We have the 3 of Wands. And we have the 4 of Wands. Sorry, that's the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yes, right. So lovely with the 2 3s too. You're on a journey of expansion, really. I think you're in a period of rapid expansion on your spiritual journey. That it's causing you a little bit of confusion, but I think you're almost at the end of it, Pole 4. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, I think you have been through, or at least you're ready to rip down these wands and to allow yourself to get back out into the world. Like, you've been battered and bruised a little bit, but I think you've recuperated a little bit through taking some time out and working on yourself. You're ready to really go after this new path, basically. You have rebirth here too, so it's going to be a massive transition and change, but I think you're almost ready to take that step. So you're standing on the precipice here, looking out on your journey with clarity now, I think, and you're ready to take those steps to actually put it all together and to follow your passion, which is beautiful. I think you've done the inner work, really. The next step is to take action. With the Three of Cups in reverse, I am sensing that that you just needed to take some time out from spending too much time with people. That your path is different. Basically, you needed some alone time to gain that clarity and wisdom. But this is a very, very lucky group. I think that you've done the inner work and that now you're ready to move on. You've just got to be brave, basically. I'm surprised the Strength card didn't come out here, actually. You need to, because that would have been an 8 also. Another 8, that would have been amazing. So, yeah, the Strength card is like number 8 in the Major Arcana. Just be brave. Take that step and take that first step into following your passion. And just really trust the universe that it will guide you and protect you on your journey. Remember to pray to the Ascended Masters, to ask for this to come to manifest in your life, basically. Whatever it is that you wish, that you're passionate about, or whatever path it is you choose, just to pray for 30 days for it to manifest. Your affirmation is your Huna prayer. May the rain of blessings fall, so be it. Beautiful reading, Pile 4. Have faith and trust your own strength and the insight that you're receiving. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love it if you left a comment down below about whatever creative activity it is that you're wishing to manifest in your life. That'd be beautiful. On that, have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Bye.